Christine Lagarde is in court here in Paris. France's former finance minister is on trial for her role in a massive payment in 2008 to French businessman Bernard Tapie. Lagarde has always maintained her innocence. For more on the story, we're joined in the studio by Lisann, legal analyst and former U.S. prosecutor. Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks for joining us. Now, tell us, what could be the outcome of this trial, and could she really go to jail?
Because it is a criminal case, oddly enough, even though the charge is negligence, theoretically there is a possibility that she could go to jail. The maximum penalty is 1 year. It is very unusual in any legal system, civil law like in France or common law like the U.S., for negligence to give rise to any part of a criminal sanction. But that is a possibility here. So there's a maximum jail time that could be imposed for 1 year, but it's very, very unusual and goes against the grain of what is considered fair under most conceptions of law to actually sentence somebody to jail for mere negligence, which is what is being explored in this case.
And it's a 1 year sentence, which would probably be commuted and she would never serve,
Well, normally it would be extremely unusual to do it, but the possibility that she would serve it is on the books.
And we've seen some judgments coming out recently that have been surprising. So what kind of oddities are there in this case vis-a-vis an Anglo court?
Well, the first one I've alluded to already, which is that here we have a criminal proceeding, but yet the conviction could seemingly be entered for mere negligence, which requires no intent, no actual desire to try to break the law or do anything specifically that is known to be against the law. Secondly, these aren't really professional, detached judges. This incorporates a political element which normally you would want to separate out of the case. Here it's being distinctively brought in. It's sort of like an impeachment proceeding with the possibility of a criminal outcome, because who are the judges? They are actually, for the most part, the majority of these judges that will be weighing in on this thing are members of parliament, the legislature. So that is extremely unusual. So this combination that we have members of the legislature sitting in judgment in what is supposed to be a criminal case and where we don't need traditional criminal intent is very, very unusual.
Well, let me just ask on a more big picture, what will this have as an impact on her status as chief of the IMF?
Well, the IMF has stated that unless she's actually sentenced to jail, they stand by her. They seem to understand that this is really a reevaluation of decisions that she made in the political context. And absent some proof that she acted with some sort of corrupt intent, or that she knew that there was something inherently wrong with these proceedings and went ahead anyway for political purposes, it's going to be very difficult for her actually to be proven to have done something that would be worthy of the IMF actually removing her. However, if she is actually sentenced to jail, they will have to, because they'll need somebody else to actually do the work that she's doing now.
Well, an affaire à suivre, as we say in French.
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much.